Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day today. I am doing another What's for Dinner. I am switching it up and I'm going to start doing themes with my What's for Dinners. Not everyone, but I want to try and do different themes. I think that would be really fun, and if you guys are looking for a certain thing, you'll be able to find it. So this week's theme is sheet pan meals. Every single recipe in today's What's for Dinner is going to be sheet pan. So grab your sheet pan, grab you a pen and paper, because you're going to want to take down these recipes. So I also started putting the recipes up on the screen for you guys. It's just easier to take a screenshot of it and you can see it better. But on the first night, we are having breakfast for dinner. And I don't know about you guys, but we love having breakfast for dinner. It's one of our favorites. This is so simple. This is hash browns and eggs. So all you're going to need is a bag of frozen hash browns. We get the Southern that has the peppers in it. If you don't like that, you don't have to get those. But all I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 425, and I'm going to bake these for 20 minutes total. But after 10 minutes, I'm going to bring them out and I'm going to stir them around, just because you want them to get done all the way through. And if you cook them for 20 minutes, they could get really sticky and just not done on top and done on the bottom, yada yada. So I stick them back in and I'm going to bake them for another 10 minutes. Once that 10 minutes is up, I'm going to bring them out and I'm going to make little holes in the hash browns, and then I will spray them again with Pam or cooking spray or whatever you wish. You just don't want your eggs to stick to your pan. So I'm just going to spray those with a generous amount of Pam, and then all you're going to do is you're going to crack your eggs into those little holes that you have made in your hash browns, and then you're going to put it back into the oven for 7 minutes or until the eggs are to your liking. This was so delicious and so yummy, so easy. And also we made some bacon on the side with ours. You don't have to do that, but did you guys know that you can also bake your bacon? So you could make this completely sheet pan, which I tried to do, but I didn't have enough room because I have a bigger family, so I didn't have enough room. The next thing we're going to be making is ranch chicken. Holy cow, you guys. This is so easy and it was so delicious. So I'm just taking my sheet pan and I'm lining it with some parchment paper, and then you get a Ziploc bag, add 1 packet of ranch dressing, the dry mix, and then you're going to take some breadcrumbs. Now all I had on hand was Italian breadcrumbs and I really loved it. You can use regular breadcrumbs if you like, but that's what we had on hand, and then I just give that a nice shake. And then I'm going to take my chicken tenderloins. You can use chicken breast, whatever you have. And I am going to place that onto my baking sheet. So I just put the chicken in the Ziploc bag, shake it. It's kind of like shake and bake. It's like make your own shake and bake. And then I'm just going to place the chicken, like I said, onto the baking sheet. Also, you're going to preheat your oven to 350, and then you're going to cut up some potatoes. I like red potatoes. I mean, we like all potatoes, let's be honest, but you're going to take your potatoes and chop them up, and then you're also going to toss those into the ranch mix as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was so delicious. Like, seriously, This was so good. And like I said, so easy. It's like you have no ingredients to these recipes, which I love. So once the chicken has cooked for about 45 minutes on 350, I am just going to push this all to the side, and then I'm going to add some asparagus, and I'm going to top my asparagus with some Parmesan cheese. If you've never tried your asparagus with the Parmesan cheese on top, you're totally missing out. It is so good. And then I'll leave that in there for about 5 minutes. But this is what it ended up looking like. Everybody in our family loved it. I honestly should have made 2 things of the chicken because we ate every single bit of that meal. The next is garlic, lemon, butter, shrimp, sausage, corn, and potatoes. This is really easy as well, and it's so good. So I just melted about 4 tablespoons of butter because you'll need a lot, and then I'm going to place that into a mixing bowl, and then I'm going to take my minced garlic and add in there. I used probably 2 tablespoons. I like a lot of garlic, if you can't tell. And then I'm just going to take my frozen shrimp, and I'm going to mix that around. Don't be alarmed that when you mix frozen shrimp with your butter, it's going to clump back up just because the butter was melted and it's hot, and then you've got frozen shrimp. So don't be alarmed whenever you're making that. That is what it will look like. And then I'm going to take my shrimp and my butter mixture, and I'm just going to add that to my nice greased sheet pan. And I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. Now I'm going to place my corn on the cob. This is just frozen corn on the cob by Great Value, and it's fine. You can use fresh or you can use frozen. It doesn't really matter, whatever your personal preference is. And then I'm just going to cut up some potatoes, and I'm going to place that on there as well. And then once the potatoes are done and like cut up, I'm going to just add some cayenne pepper. I should have used a little less because it was pretty spicy, but use as much or as little as you like. Some people like more spice, some people like less spice, some people don't like any spice, so you don't have to use cayenne pepper. You can just season it with salt and pepper if you like. It's all personal preference. And then I'm also going to add some fresh lemon. So I just sliced up some lemon and I just placed it on top of everything there. And then you're going to place this into the oven for about 30 minutes. Here I'm placing the cayenne pepper. As you can see, I got a little crazy, but you know. So you're going to place this in the oven for about 30 minutes, and then once 30 minutes is up, this is where you're going to add your sausage. And I just take this and I cut it up, and then I placed it on the pan and I cooked it for another 5 or 6 minutes, and then it was done, and it was delicious. So this is what it looked like when it was all done, and that butter just melted back down with that garlic and that cayenne pepper and then the lemon. Oh, this was my favorite. This was my favorite meal of the week. It was so good. This next meal is Parmesan steak, potatoes, and asparagus. Now, if you want to make this completely sheet pan, like completely, which I wanted to do, but I also don't like flank steak, is what the recipe called for. If you do, you can use flank steak and you can just cook this all in the oven. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some potatoes and put that onto a sheet pan. And then I'm going to take some Parmesan cheese and some Cayenne seasoning and season those potatoes up. And then I'm going to bake the potatoes in the oven at 400 degrees for about I would say like 12 minutes or so, just halfway through to when they're done. And then I'm going to place those in the oven, like I said. And then I got some thin steaks, and I'm just going to season these with some Cayenne. And then I'm going to place some butter and some minced garlic into my cast iron skillet. And I'm going to cook these steaks for 5 to 7 minutes on each side. And then what I will do, or what I did, was I placed them on the sheet pan once my potatoes were about halfway cooked or almost done being cooked, I placed my steaks on there when I placed my asparagus. And then you'll just put it on broil for just a couple of minutes. So as you will see in just a moment, you'll see me with the asparagus, and then I just seasoned that with some Parmesan as well. Like I said before, I love Parmesan with my asparagus. It's so, so good. So like I said, if you want to make a complete sheet pan, you don't have to cook the steaks in your cast iron. You can totally get flank steaks, something thinner and something easier to cook into the oven. But like I said, I did not want to use that, so I used these steaks. I did also add a couple of teaspoons of butter to the top of those asparagus, but this is how it turned out, you guys. This was so, so good. But that is it for today's What's for Dinner sheet pan style. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you were new, I would love to have you subscribe and join my YouTube family, and then we'll talk to you guys later. That's it. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.